in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 45, on its way. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Lost a throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Georgia! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he was hard to bring down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. The officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start putting a lot of pressure.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They'll try to snap it quickly.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Rides to back and leaves it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And the Wolverines will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 7 over Arizona State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the running back. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 after the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Makes the grab on the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll try the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gonna swing it on second down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. He leaves it with his back. Gets it past the marker. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This
unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got room. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move, it's Parker. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the boot, looking for his man. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The Michigan offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. And it's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him this time. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Clemens. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it on the move. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 21 over Arizona State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the catch on the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's caught downfield. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. And he'll be smacked to the ground. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got his man to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the upright. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Parker.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Leaves it with the back. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pass the sticks, him still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Bulldogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Caught in the backfield, it's Chappelle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He's looking to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, man. This quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Takes the easy completion. Crosses the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give a receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Handoff to the lone back. There he goes. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off play action. Quick strike complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Takes a handoff. It's Clements. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He makes a grab. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go right back to the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Got his man. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run from the shotgun. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets rid of it. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking, is harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads it left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The give on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Third down upcoming for the offense after the incomplete pass. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up by 28 over Arizona State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Right on target this time.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, going to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The play-action fake. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He'll try it again. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work.
Open field on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Running through contact. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that